that the divinity in me bows down to the divinity in all of you. What a wonderful topic. Invisible threads, visible impact, exploring the hidden connections that shape our world. There are a lot of invisible threads in my life, but most of these invisible threads were behind closed doors, invisible, in doctors' cabins, in different hospitals, different cities, with different experts, oncologists, oncosurgeons, oncoradiologists, and I can tell you that way you are diagnosed, it is shattering, it is traumatizing, you're shocked, and then you grapple with your feelings, you grapple with silence. Time stops still, doesn't move. I was told that in 1998, Friday the 13th, that you have fourth stage breast cancer and you have 25% chances of survival. And not in India, you have to go to America or France, because that is when they started stem cell research. I wept for 3 days, not because I was scared of death. I wept because my twins, a boy and a girl, were only 7. And the thought was that if something happens to me, what will happen to them? Suddenly, on the 3rd day of weeping, not in front of them, I was my happy, chirpy, usual self. The twins never got to know that everything was wrong, or anything was wrong with their mom. After the 3rd day, it occurred to me, who made this judgment that I'm going to die, that I don't have time to live? It was a human being, and I love the name of that shampoo, No More Tears. I wiped my eyes, and I said, now I have to rise up like a phoenix from the ashes. I have to be there for my twins. And let me tell you that those invisible threads behind closed doors and all the experiences that I had to make me what I am came together as one big whole and said, you can do it. You can get out of this. Why? I have immense faith in God. And the feeling that if He has given me a problem, I don't have the time, I'm too busy, He will give me the solution. And that is what has happened all my life. 2 years back, I celebrated my Golden Jubilee as a social worker. Last year, Golden Jubilee as a teacher. And I have the gift of the gab. So God said, "Acha bachchu, come, you're the right idiot. I will now give you experiences in the University of Life." And what did he give me? The premature miscarriages, a stillborn in the 8th month, premature twins by 2 months and 5 days, cancer twice, septicemia 3 times, etc., etc., etc. I stand in front of you with my 5th originally broken rib, which now is just 2 bones and a little ball, because I fell. I hit my chest on the sink, and I thought that I had a bruise here, I had excruciating pain here, I had hurt myself. But guess what happened? Go back to 1998 and radiation. So though the impact was here, my 5th rib snapped. And not gently in a straight line. It snapped and stayed like this. And with this pressure, the 6th rib also, by 2008, moved. And then somehow, 2020, the 4th rib said, "I don't want to be left alone." That also broke. But with all these things happening, I just remember stepping back. Because when we think of our problems, they become huge, they become enormous. So what did I do? I stepped back, because if I am this red circle, and it has my problems, my love, my life, my family, my fights with the milkman, everything is encapsulated here. But if I step back and out, I see everything objectively. Because when I'm standing here, I see everything subjectively. So when you're out of your problems, you can say, all right, SDBA, study, diagnosis, plan of action. My parents, my family has always been by my side and supported me, whether I wanted to be in the NCC, whether I wanted to go horse riding, roller skating, boating. I did it all. And I think that faith, that independence, that resilience, that courage helped me in all my life. So I gathered up my resources and I said, this is an adventure. This is a challenge. This is an opportunity. I must live for my twins. So, in 1998, which is 28 years back, whatever I went through, it was like my mind, my body, my heart, my emotions was ticking a box. Acceptance, acknowledgement of what you are going through. Next, move on, because only when you move on can you do something. What was the goal? I am going to live for my twins. And that is what I do. I embrace every cancer patient. And when they turn to me, even when they're resisting, even when they just want to curl up and die, and there, hand-holding them, taking them through whatever I learned, the invisible threads that shattered me became the visible impact that I could have on my patients. So I learned have a goal. I learned that the surgery is fantastic. Why? Because the knife is my friend. It will take out the bad stuff like an apple. There's a bad bit here. You take a knife, you scoop it out, chef it. The apple is good to go. I learned that when I'm having my chemotherapy, I can talk to the divinity in the chemotherapy as it comes, drip by drop, into my open, receptive body. Because if I welcome my treatment with my entire being, body, mind, soul, emotions, intellect, then my body will make the most of it, and I will be able to be receptive to whatever I have to go through. So I would talk to my chemotherapy and the divinity in it and say, please destroy the bad cells, but leave our good cells alone. So at every point, I found that I could talk to my sickness. I found that I could be proactive in my treatment, in my healing. Radiation. In 90s, we just had cobalt. Now you can go shopping. Targeted radiation, this radiation, photon, and a million things. Cyberknife is what started coming out then. But what did I do? I did a Surya Namaskar every time that I was going in for a radiation. And I said, Sun God, these are your rays, and I'm part of you. The Gayatri Mantra, please help me. So all these points I added, and I would tell my patients, you know, you've had a surgery, you're cured. And then they said, what do you mean cured? Why do I have to have chemotherapy and radiation? I said, supposing I get a gift for you, am I just going to take the gift and give it to you? The gift is the cure. And what is the box? The box and the wrapping paper is the chemotherapy. The gift is the surgery, the box and the wrapping paper is the chemotherapy, and the ribbon is the radiation. I didn't do anything. My imagination took on these tips so that I could pass them on. And God said, see, you are the right candidate with your qualifications, with your lots and lots of experience, and you being the warm, loving, caring, concerned human being, you can help everyone. So guess what? When someone comes to me and says, you know what I'm going through? Do you know what my parents are going through? My family is going through. And I said, yes. I have gone through it twice. I am the 46th person in 3 generations to be diagnosed. So I could either say, why me? Or I could say, it's come, now I have to better it. I have to inspire others. I have to embrace what I have gone through, just so that I can pass it on. So this, in a nutshell, my dears, is my life. I've forgotten how many, I think millions of patients that I would have counseled the world over, thanks to COVID, thanks to cell phones, thanks to laptops, and this I do with a dedicated passion. And yes, invisible threads that started behind closed doors, visible in fact, not only on me, but further on to all the people I've helped. And then I tell them, I said, now people in your community will come to you for aid, and you will be the one to handhold them, to encourage them, and to move them on. And I want to tell you people that when we heal, people heal around us. When they heal, the patients, their family heals, their community heals. So let us heal the world and make it a better place for you and for me and the entire universe. God is great. He is there saying that the best happens to us in any and every situation, because we are all one, connected to each other, which is how these learnings are being passed, and connected to Him, because He is the one and will take us forward in our wonderful journey of love, life, laughter, and light. Thank you.